Alright, I am recording.
Thank you, sir.
hmm
You guys have a good night. I will definitely check this out tomorrow or even later tonight, maybe. Are you putting it on Twitch right?
Uh, it was on Twitch earlier. It should still be available.
All right,
I'll
cool.
get it up on YouTube
Yeah,
tonight.
All right.
yeah, put it up for me. I'll try and check it out tonight. Thank you for your time, Fox, and I'll be sure to listen to everything you got to say a little bit later.
All right. Sounds good, man.
Good
See
games,
ya.
Cam.
Good games, guys. Have a good night.
Oh, one more, I want to say one more thing to you. Ah, fuck. Just tell him to play. Just tell him to play Zeratul more, or Alarak, I guess. Those are like that's a good Alarak. Like that map right there is really good for both Zeratul and Alarak. Um, especially Lightning build Alarak, which I think is the superior Alarak. I think that Alarak with the new build is just more. He's pickable on every map, but I still think Lightning build is the better. Uh, does he get a lot of stacks when he plays Lightning, Alarak? Does he? If you guys have been playing with him?
I've only
He's
seen him play like
he's
once.
mostly been practicing on his own.
Okay, because he has to get like 30. He has to get like 30 stacks by level 16, I think, in order for Lightning build to be worth it. So if he's able to do that, or 20, if he does 20 before Lightning Barrage level 16, then it's worth it. But otherwise, that build's not worth it. But yeah, I don't know. Just shy away from these double auto attacker comps. Like I said, the only exceptions are Sylvanas and Hanzo.
Yeah, Sylvanas is what I was actually looking at whenever I was telling him not to lock yet.
Yeah.
I did suggest it,
All right, well,
Okay.
but
let's keep moving on.
I wasn't sure how it would go though.
Oh, okay.
Let's keep moving on. I got a busy day tomorrow, so I wanna hear what we can.
All right. So let's talk about tank matchups. Okay. You guys, why did you pick Arthas in game 2? I'm not saying it's wrong, but I'm just asking why.
My thoughts on he
I am
has
not accustomed to waiting.
decent wave clear, which would help support the Tracer.
Okay.
Also helps with the points. Um, aside from that, not much.
Okay. I don't know if everyone thinks this, but I think that Arthas is probably the best tank into Johanna. It makes it hard for her to. She cannot waste her trait, and if she does, like if you guys are poking and she uses her trait, she literally can't walk into Arthas until she has her trait again. So it's almost like Arthas is really hard to walk into, or Johanna is really hard to walk into, and her engage is really shitty. So she has to just like rely on just walking into people. Well, Arthas does exactly what Johanna does, but like a little better. So I don't know. It's really weird. I think Arthas is like the best tank into Johanna. So there's like you'll notice that all these like there's these matchups like ETC is good against Garrosh. Garrosh is good against Anubarak and Diablo. Anubarak and Diablo are good against mage heavy or spell damage heavy teams. Johanna is good against ETC, right? So it's almost like a rock paper scissors with the tanks. Yeah.
So I was just gonna chime in on the Arthas pick. We have been practicing the Arthas Blaze because you land your ice with Arthas, and that lands a free blaze stun into the slow, and it's like both of them are slowing, so
And
it doesn't matter which kind of way they run, they're always going to be slowed, and then it helps people to have follow ups
and
like an Anduin stun
on top of that,
combo.
the primary map that we play that comp is on BOE, where the auto attackers that shred the immortal are very prominently played.
Yeah.
So Arthas being good against those people for slowing down their attack speed and such, that's one of the reasons that we really like
Never
him
pick
for that.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. I never pick. I mean, Arthas. You're right to say that he's good against auto attackers, but not necessarily the ranged ones. Like he's not necessarily good against Raynor.
I was thinking more Vala, but yeah.
Well, like so like Arthas is. I think he's more of like a they picked Greymane. Let's pick Arthas, right? Because I would say Greymane is like the number one or like one of them. Other auto attackers, Artanis. If you guys pick Arthas into an Artanis, you guys are just taking one of their heroes and saying they're irrelevant. So auto attackers would be Samuro. Like it's mainly things because the problem with Vala is that if Arthas gets onto Vala, Vala's doing something wrong. Like that should not happen.
What if he roots her and walks up to her?
I mean,
Yeah, she could dodge it, but can't dodge everything.
yeah, I mean, but if she has her E after that, right? Like, if she even if you root her, then she E's away, like after the root ends. Like it's almost like you need something else. It's almost like you need like like maybe if you had someone to like pull her in, like like if you were playing Maiev Arthas, or I don't know, Alarak Arthas, or someone like your team was locking her down, right? If your team had the engage for her, like that's fine, but at that rate, she's gonna die regardless, right? It's like if your Alarak player actually combos Vala, she should die no matter what tank you're playing. So it's not necessarily like a good pick against that. Just remember, Arthas is a melee auto attacker.
Counter.
Beat down. Yeah, counter.
Okay. Alright.
But like, yeah, you're not going to counter Hammer or Raynor
Yeah.
because you're not supposed to be on top of them. So, okay, game number 2. Do you guys not play Abathur?
I have been learning him. I am
Okay.
still learning him.
Okay.
I'm good at everything but body soaking.
Okay. things that would have been better than the Tracer.
A lot.
I think a lot of things would have been better than Tracer. I think Abathur would have been really good there. I think Junkrat would have been okay. I think Hanzo would have been fine. Zeratul. And I listed.
Hear that, Cherry? Hanzo.
Yeah. Why? What happened?
He got mad at me last time because I suggested Hanzo on Infernal Shrines, and he was like, "But the minions get in the way."
Okay. Hold on. Hanzo. That's actually Hanzo's best. One of his 2 best maps. And even you're right to think that. I used to think that too. So right, I'm like, well, he can't fight, but he doesn't need to fight. He just clears the shrine with his level 4 exploding arrows.
Yeah.
You like your object, like so. He's right to think that like he can't fight on the temple because he cannot. But he's actually really good because he just clears the objective really well. It's like imagine how Kael'thas is a big pain in the ass because you can't stop him from clearing.
Yeah.
Well, Hanzo's better. Same reason why Junkrat's actually okay on that map. So like you'll see a lot of comps where you'll see a lot of comps on that map where they don't actually try to fight on the objective. They just say, "Hey, you can't stop us from taking it." So like they'll pick Hanzo and say Alexstrasza. And so what they'll do is they'll pop dragon, they'll step onto point for like 15 seconds, right? And then as soon as dragon's over, and they say you can have the shrine, right? And then you walk away from the shrine, and then you just poke the rest of it out, and they can't. Like you're already so far ahead that you just win the shrine.
So our comp that game was Blaze, Phoenix, Sonya, Anduin. And I was last pick. And I felt like we needed something to really deal some damage to him. And that's why I didn't particularly like the Hanzo.
Oh, okay.
You saw that one. That was the last stream.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was the game 2 that was just
Yeah.
real bad.
Just bad.
I-
We were all playing roles that we're not normally playing. It was just a little bit disorganized.
I really think Hanzo is one of the best heroes in the game. He has one weakness though, and that is that he has no structure damage. Like he can clear waves kind of decently after level 4. But you get onto structures or like onto the core, he just does not help. I think that's Hanzo's weakness.
Redemption Hanzo.
Redemption. Hey, I play Redemption Hanzo. Don't. Don't
Hey,
shit on-
once you get rolling with it, it's ridiculous. It's just getting 12 stacks.
Never ever take sharpened arrows though. You can take redemption, just never take sharpened arrows. You have to take never outmatched with redemption.
Is sharpened arrows the insta kill minions?
No, sharpened arrows is a level 7. It reduces armor.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, which used to be the redemption build, right? And everyone thinks, well, I'm going auto attacks. I have to play auto attacks build, right? Not necessarily. If you speed up your auto attacks, and then you're hitting their front line, right? You're just auto attacking their front line. You almost get infinite W's because you're reducing its cooldown every time you auto attack a hero.
It is time to act.
Yeah, but it's the riskiest Hanzo build. It's the riskiest, and but it's the most damage output. But it's not. It's the least bursty, right? So if you just want to do damage, right? Slow, consistent damage. It's by far the most damage, but it's really hard to play. Okay. I get why you took the level 7 on Phoenix. You know, Orphea is also really good with Arthas if you guys are trying to go for the whole slowing thing. Orphea, like if you guys had picked Arthas, Orphea, Raynor, that would have been really good. And okay, Greasy.
Yeah.
You need to light bomb Tracer or Blaze, not Arthas.
That's one of those that me and Cherry had talked about when designing the comp,
Uh-huh.
but we haven't really executed on it. Like trying to tell him, you know, hey, I'm going for a charge, and then he light bombs me as the charge is like about to hit. So then that stun goes off, then the light bomb goes off.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I mean, we also do this with Shin mainly because of the leap and then the charge. Like, you can get the light
Yeah.
bomb into the back line and stun more people.
Yeah, and part of that's my
But-
fault. I need to call that more whenever I'm going for
Right.
those.
So
Yeah.
I'm playing reactionary, right? So
Mhm.
you charge in. I'm not going to expose myself just to get that light bomb off and then
Mhm.
get picked off. So
No, yeah,
the
it needs
next
to
best
happen.
target
Yeah,
at that point is going to be the Arthas who has to walk in.
yeah, and that needs. That's my bad. I need to call that more.
So it could be played one of two ways, right? It could be played like the Blaze initiates, right? Because the Blaze, like Potato, you were on Blaze, right?
Yeah.
Your initiates were fantastic. You had really good ultimates, combustions. So I think there's two ways to play this. Either Tracer initiates, like you call the light bomb on Tracer. This is the more difficult way, I think. Call the light bomb on Tracer. She triple Qs in, auto attacks W, throws her ultimate on the person, and when they all converge to try and kill Tracer, she obviously teleports back out with her E, right? So ultimate hits him, W hits him, her recall hits him because you took that level 4. And then Blaze also charges in. Oh, and yeah, so Light Bomb, triple Q, do the whole thing. And then you guys follow that up with like a Blaze stun, right? That can work. I think it would almost be easier to, if Tracer sat back, it'd almost be easier to do this. If Tracer sat back, and then when Blaze actually does get a good initiate, like you could either call it on Blaze, or you could just wait till Blaze gets the perfect initiate. He gets a good combustion, and then Tracer waits till all that's over, right? So you're just waiting. So that way you're close enough to Anduin to actually receive the light bomb. Because what would happen is both Blaze and Tracer would initiate, and then no one's next to Anduin.
Right.
That's the only thing we need to avoid.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyways. Why don't you take Unstoppable on Blaze at level 1?
I rarely do. It's mostly habit.
Okay.
If I'm going main tank, I probably should. But whenever I'm going off lane, I like the mana you get from Neural and the ability to stun every 4 seconds.
I think you
Or
got really lucky.
having 2 stuns in 4 seconds.
I think you got really lucky not getting shoved
Yeah.
when you combustion, because if I were the Stukov, every time I saw combustion, I would just swipe because it's easy. I don't even have to like aim it. Right? I see combustion, I'm like, "Oh, get away from us." And you would never ever get a combustion unless you took that Unstoppable. But if you're taking Bunker, I don't think I think that's the right talent if you're taking Bunker. I think it depends on your
I
ult.
think that's part of the problem is I used to take Bunker back when Bunker was really good, and for it they nerfed the HP and they nerfed
The entry.
the cooldown as well.
Yeah.
That was whenever I took it, and since they sort of nerfed it, I've been switching over to Combustion. Like I've only been playing Combustion for probably a couple of months.
It's
Before
still-
that, it was Bunker.
It's still good, I think.
Bunker, yeah, it still gets chosen a lot in like high level games. It's just
Yeah.
lately I've been getting a lot of value off my Combustion, so I'm just gonna keep taking it.
Okay. The last Immortal bait right before you guys lost was insane, Potato. Oh my god. You baited the thing by actually eing through the gate, and then you walked back, and you barely got across the gate before it stunned you. You know what I'm talking about?
I do, yeah.
Yeah.
That was on. I think it was on bottom fort.
Yes, it was when you guys. Well, it was bottom keep, and then
Was
you
it
guys
keep?
wiped, and then you guys wiped and lost. the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like you didn't die there. I mean, that's not why. But oh my god, that was
I
so
died
risky.
shortly after, but yeah.
Yeah. All right. So game number 1. You guys won every fight. Win under one condition. Whenever you guys got the throw onto like a good target, and then didn't get blown up by Orphea.
Yeah. More or
Okay.
less.
That was the defining fact.
Mhm.
It's like
we
you guys
got hit by the jaws like as a team like 4 or 5 times at least.
right, yeah, and you guys were. I understand that you guys are all trying to huddle in for the kill. But at that rate, I mean, I don't know, man. Like, just so your Garrosh has to walk back away in order to live, right? He just has to. So like, it's not on him. Jaina just has to drop the abilities and then walk away. Your auto attacks aren't going to do much. So really, here, let me look at who else you guys really had.
Garrosh, Imperious should be the only ones on top.
Yeah, Imperious. Yeah, it's just you guys all like approach from the same angle, right? If Raynor had like flanked a bit more, right?
Raynor was on their team.
Oh yeah, you're right. You guys had
We had our only damage was Jaina.
Jaina and Zarya.
Yeah.
And then Anduin.
I got in bruiser mode and was trying to body block, I believe, like an idiot, or trying to either that or I was trying to build energy, one of the two.
Okay.
Yeah,
Did you
I get
build
in
energy?
what?
Did you build energy?
Oh, of course. I would die with full energy.
Yeah. So like Anduin, you actually didn't have to be in there. So imagine if you guys got the Garrosh throw, and then Anduin just walked away, and you guys and then Anduin was far back enough to where he could say, I mean, dude, you could have even salvationed. Like if you had like stepped away, and then the Orphea combos your team, and you're like, you just like you're playing selfishly, like I'm just not gonna get comboed, right? And then you could like salvation right behind your team as they're getting like shit on, and you could just save them all.
Take salvation.
It's, you know what? It's not like I've been thinking about it, dude. Like, it's a
Greetings, citizens.
isn't it like it's a huge cooldown, but
It's
I
only
mean, if you're
20 seconds
baiting
longer
out
than Light
stuff, or if you're waiting for their shit to come out, like, I don't know, man. Light Bomb, I think Light Bomb is like the more consistent pick, but don't auto pick it.
Yeah, I don't know if
Time
we
for
really
action
have
is
the
upon us.
what we need to make Light Bomb really work on that. I mean, I guess you do it to because if you need the Light Bomb to kill the target of the throw, then we probably threw the wrong target or at the wrong time.
It doesn't do that much damage though. If you actually
Well,
want
for
to
the stun, I mean, for the lockdown.
I mean, yeah, I know, but if you're trying to look for damage
Defend
from
the
your
aid of the
support,
Alliance.
as far as like, right? Because you guys have the initiate, right? If you guys are actually looking for damage from your support, like Light Bomb does not do damage; it does CC,
Yeah.
right? If you guys are looking for damage, take Malfurion or either Malfurion. I mean, Karazim is like the most damage because it's 7-sided, but I don't think Karazim's as good as Malfurion. If you guys get the throw into the stun into a Malfruit into Twilight Dream, that's more damage than Anduin could do with Light Bomb. But
Well,
I don't know.
we normally take Malfurion with that comp.
do you
I
okay?
think- Did they ban it? What happened? I think they banned it.
took it so that they couldn't have Anduin.
Oh, that's right.
So
Yeah,
they
so they
couldn't
couldn't just
save
Jaws. Yeah, so they couldn't just grab out the blow up target.
Like I said, Salvation's not bad. It's just that you guys got to not get blown up by Orphea. That's just it. I'm just trying to think of ways to do it. Ways that you guys could have accomplished that. Malfurion doesn't necessarily
Yeah.
save anyone from that.
Now that
But-
third game was rough, but I feel like the first two games we could have.
Yeah, I think
we
you guys
were,
were just.
we were pretty close both games.
I think game 3 you guys were discouraged.
We were.
Yeah.
I could tell from voices. I was trying to just be as light as I can, but I was like, oh gosh, I would really like to win a scrim.
Okay. All right, so guys, here's your number one problem with game number 1. If they are 4-man pushing bottom, what are some of the things that you guys could have done to counteract that?
We didn't really have counter push, so we couldn't have turned around and did the same.
Well,
Different.
I think
you
you guys
think?
have. You're right. You couldn't.
Yeah,
They
with
had
what we
Raynor.
had. Yeah, with they have Jim Laner.
You guys could have. So I think you guys started off right, in the sense that you guys stuck. So Zarya, you definitely want Zarya bottom. So that was good. Jaina, at one time you guys stuck Jaina bottom as well with the team. Like after a little while, like Jaina was dual soaking, and then you guys told her to go bottom after a while. I think Jaina has to dual soak, and you guys should have stuck Zarya down there, and you guys should have made a play for the bio emitter. Because Zarya is actually really good at deep pushing, right? She has a lot of wave clear. Or did I say Zarya?
You said sorry.
Okay, good. Yeah, Zarya has a lot of wave clear. So if you guys
Yeah, I
stick,
mean her auto attacks hit like 3 to 4 minions.
yeah. So if you guys stuck Zarya down there, and then with someone else, right? And like you guys just make a quick play for bio emitter. Then you guys can come down and
So basically, you have Zarya and one other person, and then everybody else try to go for bioemitter.
yeah, that's what I would do. So Zarya, Imperius, like you guys did. You guys actually started off with that, and that's fine. But you guys were just content to dual soaking. I almost think that.
Yeah, we
You know,
lost. We lost on the XP battle pretty hard on that.
Yeah, you just smash out the bio emitter and then try and stop them from invading your camp. It's like those are the only things you need to worry about is how do you get the bio emitter without losing tons of soak, and then how do you not get invaded? Like those are the things that you guys should have been trying to do because you're like no one's ever going to keep up with Malthael, and like you guys can't just put up. You guys can't stop their 4-man with
Another thing is we were playing another one without. So we normally have Thrall in that instead of Imperius. And I
Well-
do wonder if that might have been better.
How late did you guys pick Imperius?
Well, he didn't. He doesn't really play Thrall. We had Sneaky subbing in for Cam.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean that's
Cam
irrelevant.
plays pretty good Thrall, so
That's irrelevant. I think.
yeah.
think
I
that-
mean, I think they're pretty similar. They're both pretty high damage bruisers. So
I think Thrall is better though, significantly, because Thrall is closer to a DPS than Imperius is.
yeah.
I think you guys could have even gotten away with, say, Alarak instead of Imperius.
I don't know if he played Alarak either.
Well, what was
Cam is our Alarak player.
yeah, what was Cam on? What was Cam on?
Cam was the one that was gone. He was coming home from work.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean just melee DPS, I think, because you guys
Okay.
have the Bruiser in Zarya, right? So you guys did essentially run triple warrior.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
because I mean Zarya has a ton of HP.
Right. So you guys ran triple warrior, which is why when you guys just didn't get, when you guys didn't get 5-man comboed by Orphea, you guys won the fights. Because if that didn't happen, you guys were unkillable.
I have to hear real quick. I'll be right back, guys.
And then yeah, I don't know what else to say. Yeah, Johanna's really good against that blow up comp that you guys were running. So try to do this. Try to not pick double auto attacker or double mage. Try to diversify yourselves there, and then focus on countering tanks. And if you guys are set on a tank, ban the counter to your tank. Okay. No,
I'm sorry. Who are you talking to?
everyone.
I said I had to go pee. Sorry, I missed part of that.
That's fine. I thought 3 other people were here though.
I think they are.
No.
Cherry.
I'm here. Sorry, I'm muted again. But, yeah, I agree. It's just one of those things. That last game, we said, hey, we can't let them have JoJo, and we still let JoJo go through. Even if it wasn't going to be like, we said, well, we can first pick it. Well, then we decided no one plays him, but we still didn't ban him.
Yeah, letting
Yeah,
Joe
we still
through
have
is letting Joe's through totally fine, but you didn't have to prioritize a new Brock, because if you guys know that they're going to go Johanna, then you guys don't have to first pick a new Brock.
Yeah.
You know.
It was just I did scouting, and one of the guys, Huey or Bray or whatever, the
Mhm.
Rainer, and Zul'jin, Genji.
Yeah.
He is an Alarak main. He plays a really mean Alarak.
Okay.
So that's sort of. He even said so in the first one. He was like, "Wow, the target bans."
Yeah,
Well, it was a bit of a target ban. Yeah, we didn't want that going through. They also play a mean Orphea.
actually
We knew that going in. However, we saw that the guy who normally plays Orphea wasn't there. That's why we let her through,
Mm.
and then we picked her anyway.
Johanna's actually like Johanna's kind of on the fence of whether like she's really good or not. Johanna's like the safest pick. That's what I'll say.
Yeah,
So
like
she,
when you have a good game on Johanna and you feel like you did nothing.
yeah. Well, like, so all she does is she, you pick her against the comps that want to shit on tanks. There's a lot of like shitting on tanks is very relevant right now. I think like Diablo is very farmable. If you
Yeah.
if you guys see like people first picking Diablo, like you guys should like taste blood. You know, like I don't know, but like Johanna, she's actually not like I don't think she's that good. The only thing she does is she does wave clear and then she just doesn't die.
Yeah.
But you could like do stupid stuff in front of Johanna and she can't do a damn thing about it. That's why that's why it's kind of like debatable whether she's actually good right now. Because it's actually kind of retarded, like how bad the other team can play in front of Johanna and not get punished for it.
Yeah, and that was sort of the idea behind the third comp, but we didn't execute right. We also, I don't think, drafted right either, necessarily.
So yeah, try to set up these letting them pick tanks and then countering their tanks, because I explained to you guys the tank counters, right, of all the
Yes.
popular tanks.
Mm.
So
Okay, well, thank you. I'm going to bed.
Yep.
You guys have a good night.
good night.
Good games, guys.
Yep. We're almost there, boys.
We're getting better each week.
we
feel.
are. We
Yeah.
are. I know it is discouraging. You know, we've lost every scrim so far, but we will get there eventually. And a lot of these teams are established. Like this team that we played, they've already played 2 seasons in NGS.
Are they? Have they?
Yeah.
Okay.
I saw some of their games, and they're pretty good. They're nothing to scoff at. Like I mean, I saw a few things that where they make mistakes like we do,
Yeah.
but overall in the games that I saw, they looked pretty good. And I mean, tonight they looked pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
They just
So yeah, like I said, moving forward, I'm just going to reiterate: diversify your damage, set
I
up
think-
your tank counters, set up the tank counters, and then make sure, like, when you guys are picking supports, support is like your number one follow up as like importance from your tank. Like I think your tank pick is very important to your support, right? So like if you guys are picking ETC or a Nubarok, like Tyrande is super good because you get stun and it's stun. But if you're like picking Johanna and you're just trying to live, then like Anna's really good. So I don't know.
yeah, I do feel like we need to diversify our hero pools a little bit more. Like, because as it is right now, we don't have much in terms of like no one.
You can get away with everyone having like three heroes, right? But as long as they're not all the same fucking hero, like Raynor and Greymane is the same hero, you know? Well, almost. You get what I mean?
So, like, you need to have diversify the types.
Unless you're literally going to play the same comp over and over, but just with like different heroes. Like, oh, if they ban Raynor, I'm picking Greymane, right? Like, you get what I mean?
Yeah,
So
we've definitely had the best so far with the Zarya Garrosh. We've been lately in like Storm League and stuff. We've been playing that quite a bit, and getting really good value with it. But it was a different comp. It wasn't. We didn't have Anduin. Instead, we had Malf. Because the root, I feel like
yeah,
his root. Firstly, I think it lasts longer.
Then the other route.
Anduin's versus or Malf's versus Anduin's. I don't know
No.
that for sure. I don't play that.
If
them
you get
much.
the talent at 4, it lasts longer.
I don't know. I guess they're both fine. Just I think Malfurion's better because he can Twilight Dream.
Hello?
Yeah.
I don't like Tyrande with Garrosh personally because it's
Oh,
It's
sorry,
just
I didn't
hard.
mean to.
no,
is-
it's
That's
hard to
actually the very reason we don't pick him. Like the high level guys, they can pull it off.
Yeah.
But it is so like we actually did the math on it. If you do Garrosh's throw into Warbringer or Groundbreaker, they're stunned for half a second. Tyrande's thing takes 0.75 seconds to come down. So there's going to be leeway there. And that's if you get it absolutely perfect. Like if you hit it just as Warbringer hits, then there's still a quarter of a second where they can move to any direction. And that's if you have the timing absolutely perfect.
I mean, you can
So-
also, but she also, it's like she's actually really good into with that comp because you can also hunters mark them. But that does
That's
not
true. That's true.
that does not give you anything in terms of. So if you guys are playing Greymane, that doesn't increase his bullet, his silver bullet, because that's percentage
Mhm.
based. That would not increase. Well, I guess that would increase Tychus's trait. Like if you guys are running Tychus with the Garrosh, that would increase that, but it would only do it to. It would not increase his trait damage, right? The
So-
percentage health.
Something that I've seen here recently.
Mm-hmm.
It was a DPS combo. It was basically, I think, looking to target a Diablo.
Yeah.
So they had Diablo, and they took Greymane with the idea of Silver Bullet and Tychus. Basically, with the idea of just shredding the Diablo.
Yeah.
Is that? I thought it was really cool.
I think that it's a little. I think it probably worked, but I think it's really overkill.
It
to
really
pick-
didn't. They lost that game, but
I think the problem was is that they overinvested into it. They'd be better off as soon as they see the Diablo, they pick Garrosh and then Tychus.
okay.
Does that make sense? So you just pick both of
Yeah.
those. So you just flip him into Tychus trait, and then if you pick, say, and then you guys could transition into Zarya as well.
Sorry.
That's all right.
Yeah, we choose Zarya for the speed bear so we can get easier throws.
Yeah,
Use-
yeah. But okay, so but realize that if you're playing into either a Nubrok or Diablo, you don't necessarily need the Zarya because you guys are farming them. You're farming their tanks, right? It's like when you're playing into Diablo, your plan is to farm Diablo. So you don't need to run into Diablo. In fact, you're waiting for him to engage you. So the Zarya speed barrier thing is not really necessary, but it could be good to diversify yourself for when you need to make those plays or you guys are fighting. Does that make sense? So don't like if you see them first pick Diablo, you'd be better off picking Tychus and Garrosh, and then if they ban Zarya, be like, oh well, here's other things.
Yeah. No, I get.
So yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Well.
I'm like kind of quiet. I'm like half asleep. I've been up since.
It's all
Mhm.
good. I
3
think
a.m.
we're pretty much done. Like, is there anything else that
No,
Phil, anything else you need to bring to our attention?
I want to know where the hell the video is so I can watch what was talked about for the second game.
The first one is
it's-
posting right now.
basically play Zeratul or
He is
Alarak.
here. You were quiet earlier. We had even said your name and stuff.
I stepped away. I had to get.
Basically-
Oh, I see how this.
Concerning you, Cam, play Zeratul or Alarak. That's basically what I said.
Yeah, it's more or less what he said.
Did he
'Cause
shoot
you guys
my
were-
Tracer?
A
Unless
little
you-
bit.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
No.
He-
Well,
he
if
did
it's
say
in
that
the
we
video,
need to
so I'll
work-
find out.
If we do try to do that again, we need to try to work on how we do set up the light bomb combos.
Hmm.
He gave us a few things to try, like Tracer, basically jumping in, light bomb goes off, then she recalls out. But it's we'll you can watch the video and we'll talk about it later.
Tracer's not a flexible hero. That's all I'll say. She's not very like I'll pick her into anything, right? If there's like Gul'dan, like there's shit flying everywhere. Like Tracer just does not want to get poked.
I think he learned that last time we played on Braxis and Gul'dan went into Drain Life build
Hmm.
and Tracer had a rough time.
I think Tracer's really good when they are like, it's like if they have no point and click, and you can just kite them. You're like, there's actually nothing that they can hit me with. Then Tracer's really good. But like versus Gul'dan and Zul'jin, there's like literally shit flying all over the place. So
Honestly, I never feel like Gul'dan's that big of a
threat because most of his damage comes from the corruption, which if it gets too bad, you can just recall out of. It was the Zul'jin that I really thought was the issue that game.
He did. He even said so.
I mean,
Right.
if you're the other thing that Tracer's good at, one other thing that Tracer's good at is going in deep and then placing the ultimate for the kill, right? And then like to follow up, or if you guys have something else that's very like point and clicky kill, but even then it's like, why not Zeratul? But like I said, Tracer does have a place. Tracer really does have a place. I picked Tracer intentionally into a Varian one time because they picked Varian, Abathur, and then they had also picked another tank that didn't have really any point and click lockdown. So I was like, oh great! Like I'm either gonna force them to play double tank, which would be terrible for their team, or he goes Twin Blades and I kite him all day. So it's like, yeah.
To be fair, I have repeatedly been bringing up, to play Zeratul or Alarak, and I have been shot down by my captain multiple times.
Okay. Well, the reason why I brought him up is we talked about this is that you guys are picking double auto attacker, which is the problem.
It actually wasn't the captain this time.
Yeah.
He did say go Alarak. He said go for it. But to be fair, it is correct, and we haven't practiced that combo.
I mean,
they are
and I wasn't shooting it down. I was just saying, okay, we haven't practiced this, and it was.
Well, I was
kinda
also
like,
referring to the game we played on Volskaya, I think it was, when I wanted to go Zeratul, and you guys were like, no, go Thrall or Raynor or something like
That actually, I just don't know, and maybe Fox can help me out. I don't know what Zeratul's place would be in the Garrosh Zarya combo.
Actually,
It's
Zeratul
my
would be
opinion.
fine because you can VP the rest of their team from saving that person.
Plus, he can play the offlane role in it, and he can harass the backline while. So, like, the way I envision it is, you fucking do the Garrosh throw combo. Their whole team is going to be trying to respond to that to save the fucking dude. Guess what Zeratul does? He jumps in their backline and rips them a fucking new one.
Well, I think actually what you would do is if you guys get the throw, you wormhole into their team, you VP them, you wormhole back out, and then you help your team shit on the person that's displaced. You actually don't. I think you just do the single target damage there. You just like you're almost using it to like stay away, like don't save your own dude. But he is right. Like Zeratul can offlane in that situation because you guys have the Bruiser and Zarya.
Okay.
But like I said, you guys are having a problem with not picking mages. Like you guys picked it in game 1, but just remember that Zeratul and Alarak are your mage whenever you pick them. So that's gonna force Sari on. Yeah, so that's gonna force Sari onto a auto attacker. But if you guys are planning on putting on an auto attacker, then that's fine. So okay. I know you guys keep saying that you want to go, so I'll let you go.
yeah, sorry, dude. I'm like.
You were
falling asleep.
dismissed.
All right, guys.
All right.
Well, you all have a good
Well,
night. I'll
sorry.
check out that
It's
video
really
soon.
good.
Okay.
Good games, guys. Thank
Fox,
you so
man,
much for
thank
the
you
input.
for devoting your time. You devoted like 3 hours to watching us play.
Yeah, dude. No problem.
Thank you.
Appreciate
thank
it.
All right. Good luck in the future.
I really hope that your time pays off. I
Me
want
too.
us to win the next freaking script.
Me too, man. Yeah.
Uh,
What division was that last team? D or C?
they're in the same division as us. They're the first seed. We're the second seed.
Oh, that's Heroes Lounge though.
Yeah.
4. Okay.
And they were D in GS.
Okay.
When they were in NGS. Yeah, that was like 2 seasons ago or something.
Okay. Cool.